everyone, welcome back, y'all. We are back to do some expenses to show you that I needed to do and get you caught up on, and we are also going to be doing our debt update. When I tell you sinking funds matter, and when I tell you that Snowball method is amazing, it truly is. So we're going to give you a debt update here in a minute, but I want to go over my expenses and tell you where these came from. As you know, I have gone down to pretty much a bare bones budget with a few exceptions. Exceptions such as, unfortunately, Netflix has done their change. My daughter in Oklahoma is no longer allowed to use my account. So a heads up to all of you who are sharing your accounts with a Netflix account, you cannot share it outside your household anymore. They have finally made the change, and I think they suck. I am going to go down from 4 screens to 2 screens now because of that situation. Unfortunately, my daughter's going to have to pay for her own Netflix because Netflix has finally made the change. So that is something that you'll see drop in my monthly overview next month. Another thing you're going to see drop is I did decide not to do 2 things. I decided not to do MyFitnessPal Premium. I'm just staying with the regular MyFitnessPal free edition. I'm saving $20 a month doing that. I was going to jump in and do it, and I've backed out and said, you know what? I don't need it. I just need it to count my calories, track my weight, and track my steps. And it does all of that for free. Unfortunately, what it does not do is it does not allow me to scan the food items with the barcode scanner. That is no longer free. They put that into the paid portion of the app. And so I just make sure that my calories are counted appropriately in the full bit. What else I did not do is the Me Plus app that I really wanted to do to track weekly, daily, and monthly chores. And I don't know what my son's doing, but he sounds like he's about to rip the stairs off the basement. He's going up the stairs. So with that being said, I didn't do that because I was like, you know what? Why am I going to do that? I can just tell Siri, hey Siri, do this. Hey Siri, remind me of this. And I get the reminders that way. So there again, I saved basically $40 a year not using that app and decided to use what I need to. So those are things you're going to find out in my upcoming July expense sheet, and things are going to be changed there. But talking today, we're going to talk about my expenses so far for the month. Again, sinking funds matter. You all see me constantly, consistently stuff sinking fund, sinking fund, sinking fund. Not really pulling much out of those sinking funds. I was laser focused on stuffing them. Now I'm laser focused on paying off debt. And we've got a big debt update for you. I'm super excited to tell you exactly what's going on with my debt update. So, apology, but Jessica's haircut came in on the second line. I meant for it to come on the first line. My bad. So, second item down is June 2nd. Jessica's haircut was $35. Real super quick. My ex-husband only pays $585 for child support for 3 kids. That's it. I am shocked when I see some parents getting $600 for 1 child, and I'm getting $585 for 3. However, with that being said, he does help pay a little bit more into clothing. He helps pay half of any school expenses, any medical expenses that are not covered through insurance. He also pays for half of Danya's concession stands and or convenience items if she's to get a soda or something like that through the vending machines while she's in a sporting activity. He pays for half of any school-related item as well. He also buys the kids pizza and or McDonald's once or twice a month. So there's other things filtered in. That's why my child support's so low, and I'm not worried about it. So, with that being said, he paid $20 on Jessica's haircut. I paid an extra $15. The $15 had to come out of my buffer. Why? Because I don't have a haircut tracker, and that's being made by my son today. And I'm going to start putting one in because I need to put in just a little bit. Jessica and Danya both get their hair professionally washed, and that's my choosing when they get their haircut. I love that they get their hair washed by the salon, and they get their haircut. My son does not get that option because he gets what they call a high and tight, which is a military style. It's a 0-1. 0 around the sides, 1 on the top. That's what he likes. And there's not really much of a reason to really professionally wash his hair. He can come home and wash it because he ain't got much hair. So I did take the 15 from my buffer, but the 20 came from my ex-husband. Now let's go back to the top. On June 3rd, DJ, meaning Danya Jordan, her actual name is Danya Jordan Kathleen. All of my kids have 2 middle names. So I've called her DJ since the day she was born. She's 14 years old. She had a clothing haul that she purchased online for $50. That came from my ex-husband. He gave her a $50 allowance this month. He'll give her another $50 allowance next month, and he'll do that with Jessica and Philip as well. You'll see Philip here in a minute, and I'll explain Jessica's here in a second. So that didn't come from me. On June 3rd, you did see a $205 haul that I showed y'all for my grandson's birthday party. That came from 2 envelopes. That came from his sinking fund that was fully funded for June for $150 for his birthday. He turned 4. I still need to get you a picture of his TV. I want to have my daughter do that today. And I'm also going to do, most likely, a YouTube short for his birthday, happy birthday song where you can see his cupcakes and things of that nature. So I pulled the $150 from there, and then I pulled the remaining $55 from my other sinking fund for holidays and celebrations. That's fully funded as well. That sinking fund, holidays and celebrations, does not touch my Christmas fund, which is already funded as well, for fully funded for Christmas. Then on June 3rd, I apologize, I spelled food wrong. It's supposed to be pet food, so just pretend that C is a D. I gave my daughter's boyfriend $10. He brought me a huge 30-pound bag of very expensive specialized food. I will show you that in my next grocery haul because I want to show you the name brand of it and things of that nature. It has no corn, no wheat, no chicken and or turkey byproduct. It's a very specialized food, and it does really well with Jaya. But it's $80 at Tractor Supply Company. He works for the company that makes, or I shouldn't say makes, they pack the dog food. He can buy it for $10 a bag, where Tractor Supply sells it for $80, and it's only 30 pounds. He brought me a bag to see if it works with Gia, and oh my gosh, it's night and day. I've got to keep her on this food. So he's going to buy additional bags, and I'm probably going to have to pay for shipment for right now until the next time they come up, but I'm going to probably have to pay through UPS and have him ship me the dog food. It's still going to be much cheaper than $80 for a bag. So I put all 3 of the dogs on this new specialized dog food, and it works amazing. I paid $10 from the pet care envelope to cover that cost. Then on June 4th, another DJ clothing. Tori, me, her boyfriend, and my grandson went out. We went to Ross. She spent money there. Then they dropped us off at the mall where Danya went to Rude 21 and Forever 21. And in a total for clothing haul, I spent $135. That comes from her clothing cost that is separated from Jessie and Phillips. It's in her high school binder. Y'all know I made those high school trackers. There are 23 trackers in a high school set, and it is a print on demand on my Etsy shop. It goes from freshman year all the way through senior year, all the senior things that you need to get ready for senior year, and also just a little jump start into college. With that being said, on June 5th, Jaya went to go get her nails cut. Y'all know that Tori cut both Tucker and Bella's nails here, but Jaya had to have her nails cut because she was freaking out at the pet's veterinarian. So I took that extra $10 out of my pet's care envelope. So I've taken $20 from my pet's care envelope now. I'm going to need to start bulking that up a little bit more too. On June 6th, my son has a clothing haul for $100, $50 from me, $50 from my ex-husband. The $50 from me came out of the sinking fund for summer and spring clothing for Philip and Jessica. Remember, I took a lot of money. I took a big portion out for Danya and put it in her high school binder, and I've got a big portion for Jessica and Philip in their binder for clothing. Jessica has $50 from my ex-husband. That's sitting aside. Next month, I'll do a clothing haul for Jessica. Y'all, she doesn't grow very fast, and she doesn't weigh very much. At 13 years old, she's 4'11". She'll tell you she's 5 feet tall. That's because she has her shoes on. But she's extraordinarily small. She barely weighs 80 pounds. She's just very petite. When she was born, she was 1 pound 14 and 12 inches long. She had growth hormones when she was younger. It just screwed up her growth, and she's just going to be a little tiny girl. So she doesn't grow out of her clothes. In fact, I think her clothes are a little bit big on her. She wears a size 14 in girls. So we'll do a clothing haul for her. Next month, she's got plenty of clothes that she still fits, but I do want to freshen up some of her pieces. With that being said, it should say June 7th, and I think I put 3/7, so apologies. Just ignore that and just pretend it says 6/7 for groceries. Out of that $247 haul that I did pull out money for the prepper pantry items, which include the toilet paper and the 2 dish soaps. I'm starting to restock a whole bunch of household items, and I need to do so. I do have another order that I placed. I did not put it on here, but I will tell you it's $25 through Amazon. That came out of my household as well, and that is restocking some more things in my preps. I'll show you guys that in a video here shortly. On June 10th, I did an Amazon purchase for a cutting item for Philip to cut the trackers a little bit better. Our cutter is just not working right. That was $15, and then also bought a spelling book for the 8th grade homeschoolers. Jesse and Philip are going into 8th grade. Jesse's still finishing some things up from 7th grade that she needs to work on, but her progress is slow and steady, but she's an IEP student here at the house, and I am an IEP and 504 specialist. The school district was not doing what they needed to do. They were falling out of compliance, and it was either let them fall out of compliance and let my daughter keep falling behind in classwork, or to pull her out, or to hit them with an out of compliance order from the state and shut down the school district. I chose to pull her, and I do one-on-one work with her, and it's so much better than anything she could get in school anyways. I also have a master's in education, specializing in special education. So with that being said, those are our expenses for right now. 99.9% were pulled out of sinking funds. Sinking funds matter. That's extra money I didn't have to pull from my actual bank account. So when I say sinking funds matter, y'all, it's not a lie. It is saving us right now. It's going to allow me to pay down my debt so much faster. It's going to allow me to crush this debt and not have it. When 2024 comes in, fingers are crossed, I's are dotted, T's are crossed, I don't have this debt anymore. Here's what's going on with our debt. I'm super excited. When I started speaking about my debt last month, I was already down to what was I at? $15,410. We're going to go through the debt here in a minute, but I've got to tell you what we're down to now. I'm super excited. We are down to no, I wish we were down to 1,000. I wish we were. We are down to $13,765. We have paid into debt this month $1,646. And here's the breakdown. Now, here's what I did not notice until just recently. And yes, it's a visual thing, so that's why I didn't notice it. There are 3 slots on here for debt. I thought there was 2. Now I realize there's 3. Next month, you'll see this page, but what you'll see on this page is 3 debts here and 1 debt on the next page. One of these debts is dropping off next month. The last payment's being made. And it's my first payment account, my Affirm account. On my Affirm account last month, or I should say my starting balance was $1,815. I made a $300 payment last month, and it brought down to $1,215. I made a $300 payment again this month. I made an additional $300 payment, an extra debt payment. And then, remember at the first of this month, I didn't use my $200 in groceries because I pulled the party money from my grandson's envelope, and I pulled the extra money from the holidays and celebrations to pay for all the groceries, to pay for my grandson's 32-inch Philips flat screen TV, which was on rollback at Walmart for $118, and it has built-in Roku. He absolutely is loving it. I'll get you a picture on that one. But with that being said, I took that extra $200 that I did not spend in the first week of June. We clamped it down here tight at the house. We ate off preps. We ate off that food. That was the cookout food and all that for the first week and things of that nature. And I pushed that extra $200 straight on to an extra debt payment. The extra $65 comes from a combination of 2 things. I had $50 left over in my $200 after I removed the prepper pantry items and the household items, which is Danya and Jessica's shampoos and conditioners, the toilet paper, and the dish soap. The shampoos and conditioners for Jesse and Danya came from my household binder, which has household in there, envelope, that sinking fund. The dish soap and the toilet paper came from my prepper pantry binder. So I subtract that, and I had $50 left over, and I threw an extra $15 from my bank on there and made another $265 payment, bringing my Affirm account down to $650. Guess what I'm doing next month, y'all? I'm taking that $300 payment that I normally make. I'm adding in an extra $300 in payment for our Affirm account. That's an extra payment I'm adding on to it, an extra debt payment. And then I'm pulling $50 from my grocery haul that I'm supposed to do for the third week of June. Remember, I told you I'm dropping it to $50. Even though I have a $200, I wish it's $250, $200 grocery every week balance that I can use. I'm dropping it down to $50, which means I'm going to have $150 extra to put on debt. That extra $50 out of that $150 is going to be put onto here, and I am going to pay $650 to Affirm next month in July, and that debt payment is gone. Boom. So what am I going to do? I'm going to roll all of that. I'm going to snowball that $300 payment I make, plus an extra $300 payment, plus whatever I can pull off my groceries that I don't spend. We're going to keep our grocery budget super duper tight. And I'm going to throw it at another debt payment and start paying that off super quick. We'll talk about that debt payment in a minute. My next one is my self credit card. I am still in a self-builder program. I completed the first year successfully. My credit score went drastically up by hundreds of points. They offered me a 2-year program. I snapped on it as soon as I paid that off. I said, oh, hell yes, please. And I'm in a 2-year program at $150 a month for 2 years now. That is huge. So that's a $3,600 over 2 months that I have to pay. They are sliding that $150 onto my credit card for use every month after I pay it. I was like, oh my gosh, you're going to do it every month now? Cool. I made another $150 payment, and I started this a few months ago. I'm down to $3,150. Now, again, this is a 2-year program. I can choose to pay it off quicker if I want to. I am close to the 700 club on the credit score, y'all. Like, hello. Yes, please keep continuing to go up. So with that being said, I'm not missing any payments. I paid it. I'm down to $3,150. Then we're going to go to our next payment, which is our Verizon payment. Our Verizon has a 0 interest. Our Affirm has such a low interest here on Affirm. Y'all, it's less than $2 per month per account, so I didn't feel the need to put that in. The other one here, self, no interest either. There is a $4.95 express payment that I pay for Affirm every month to make sure that that payment gets put on ASAP. But other than that, nothing. There goes the cops again. No, y'all, not me again. The next one is my Verizon account. Now, my Verizon has $1,557. Then I made another payment. That was my balance. Then I had made another $56 payment, 0 interest over the life of the upgraded phones for Danya and myself that we upgraded a while back, and for Jessica's iPad. I'm still paying on Philip's phone. His phone, I'm hoping, if I have enough money, I'm hoping to pay it off next month and upgrade him to an iPhone either 13 or iPhone 14. I will be maxing out his usage most likely on that. Don't hold me to that. It could be 128 gig. It could be to 256. It's just depending on the price. After my $56 payment, now this is built into my monthly income that I show you with my Verizon payment of $200. So this $56 is coming out at $200, y'all. So that didn't come from my actual extra payments. That is just my payment that's built into my Verizon account. I owe $1,445 on all those items. I'm not worried about this one at all because $56 isn't going to make or break me. Oh, hang on 1 second. Fill up. Yeah. Grab Tucker first so he stops barking and get Donnie in the house. I apologize. He's letting Donnie into the house. So Tucker barks quite loudly. All right. So after my Verizon, please get him settled down. Just hold on to him until Donnie's in our room. Alright, y'all, I apologize. I am back. Tucker is very, very loud when Danya knocks on the door. She just came in from church. So, let's get back to my Verizon, and then we'll move forward. Again, with the Verizon bill, I did just pay the $57 that it's rolled into my monthly payments of $200, which includes unlimited Wi-Fi, obviously here at the house, unlimited cell data across the lines of Danya, myself, Philip, and then Jessie has her iPad as well. So with that all being said, we are down to $1,445. This will probably be the last thing I pay off. This is the one thing that will probably go up when I introduce the upgrade for Philip's phone, not Danya's, but Philip's. All right, then we have our family loan. My family loan, honestly, even though it says the starting balance is $2,060, the original starting balance was $2,760 in October. I've been paying that back every month religiously at $100. It started in October. I made that $100 payment, 0 interest. We're down to $1,860. So we got one more page to work on, and then I'm going to explain to you how I'm going to do the snowball method and how fast this is going to pay this off. So fast. The last one is the consolidation loan. Now, there's a little thing going on with this consolidation loan. I'm not sure if it's going to go up, down, or in between. Here's the situation with the consolidation loan. As it stands right now, it's $8,550 something. I can't read it. You guys can read it on the screen there. Because I'm missing a number on my page for some unknown reason. But it's all right. It's not that big of a deal. I made another $475 payment. 2 of the companies have already reached an agreement with my consolidation loan company. One of them is being paid off in August. The other one's getting paid off in February. The third individuals that we're working with has not made a settlement agreement with my consolidation loan. They went out the full $7,000 when actually the payoff is only $4,500. My consolidation loan people are holding tight and refusing to pay anything over $4,500. This may go up, y'all. The payments I don't think will go up is what I've been told, but the amount of time I need to pay this off may go up. With that being said, I will keep you guys updated. I did make the $475 payment. I'm down to $6,660. Now, this was an agreement over 18 months, but that months could drop. I've already made now, I believe it's 3 or 4 payments in. So I'm paying that religiously. Here is my plan. Here is what I'm going to do. Once I pay off a firm in July, starting in August, the $300 payment that I make in August that was supposed to be firm's falling off the account. I'll owe a firm nothing. So I'll take that $300 payment plus an extra $300 debt payment plus any money that I can squeeze out of my grocery budget by keeping this grocery budget as humanly tight as possible. Y'all, we're still working down preps, and we're in month number 14 right now. My preps are going down. You've seen them. They're drastically dropping, but I think we can squeeze out a few more months. I'm going to roll all of those payments, so I know I have an extra $600 minimum between the $300 for the firm that will no longer be around in August, an extra $300 in payments, and then top it off with anything I can from my grocery hauls that I have left over. I know for a fact I'll be paying the $475 plus an extra $600 minimum. Y'all, that's $1,075. That's over 2 months worth of payment to my consolidation people, and then just a little bit more over. I will continue to do that until this is paid off. Okay, this will be paid off in literally 6 months, 6.5 months or less, literally. Once I do that and get that consolidation loan, bye-bye, gone. I will take the $300 that I had from a firm, the $300 in extra debt payment, the $475 from the consolidation loan, and anything I could pull from groceries again, and I will attack the family loan and pay it off in full in 1 month when that's all taken care of. That will be the third attack that I have, and that will be paid off by then. It will be a lot lower than what it is, and by then, y'all, by then that payment may already be gone anyways. If that's gone, or if it's not, I'll have to pay a little bit left on that, and then I'm going to slam into my Verizon and pay it off. Once my Verizon is paid off, because that's going to be a lot of money to put towards Verizon, and Verizon's going to go down on the monthly while I'm paying off these others and snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. Once that's paid off and paid down, I may hit my self-credit builder. I may not. I may just go ahead and make the $150 a month payment, or I may choose to pay off a year's worth and keep a year going at $150. I'm not sure. We shall see. Self-credit builder has helped me build my credit from 495 to 700 points in under a year and a half. Think about that a little bit. I love it. So that's what we have for you today. That is my plan of attack. This is why sinking funds work. While I am bare bones budgeting mainly everything else, and I'm using the sinking funds, which matter because I had been consistently sticking money in sinking funds. I have just recently went down to a bare bones budget right now on sinking funds. You saw I don't have very much right now. I'm laser focused on paying off my debt. I am laser focused on knowing that once I pay off my debt, that extra $1,600 and something I've been paying to debt, or am starting to pay to debt because I'm using extra debt payments and things of that nature and extra grocery money I have left over, that's all going to come back to me. And that extra money is going to go back into the down payment for my house. It's going to go back into sinking funds to replenish and refinish extra sinking funds and more sinking funds and things of that nature. Snowball method works amazingly. Shrinking your debt works amazingly when you use a snowball method. I'm not stressed that I'm at 16 or 13,000 plus for my debt right now. I don't even sweat it. I have a plan in place. I'm going through that plan. My kids are not being in a suffer zone because of it. They get extra things here and there. I just take it into account with the budget with the groceries. We keep things super duper tight. We are going down to doing most of our food versus convenient food. You did see some convenient food. I've always told y'all that never is going to go away. But they have their little extra things. They're very happy. They have their gaming systems. They have their streaming apps, things of that nature. One thing I do want to tell you that's going to change next month, you'll see. Unfortunately, Netflix has finally done it. You are not allowed to share your account over different households anymore. I saw that yesterday. The change has been made. My daughter Tori will now have to pay for her own Netflix account. I will drop my screens from 4 screens down to 2 screens, and I'll slam that from a $20 payment a month to a $10 payment a month. That saves me $10. That extra $10, don't think that I wasn't going to put it towards debt. That's exactly where it's going to go. It's going to go towards debt. I also decided against using the MyFitnessPal Premium. I wanted it only for the fact that it did the scanning portion of my meals. I could just scan barcodes. But y'all, I don't need to pay $20 to scan barcodes. I just need to make sure that the information on nutrition and calories are adding up like they're supposed to and the macros are adding up. I can find that, or I can create it in MyFitnessPal if they're incorrect, and we can create that, and I can keep that food in rotation myself. So I decided against doing the MyFitnessPal Premium. It's tracking my steps still. It is tracking my food when I log it in. It is tracking my weight. Those are the 3 huge things. Last week, I lost 6 pounds. Hell yes. I've got a lot more to go. I also decided not to use the Plus Me app, which was going to cost me $40 for 1 year. That's where you can add in all the little reminders and weekly, monthly, and bi-monthly, or even daily tasks that you want to knock off. Y'all know I can't see, so writing it down is just not going to work for me. But I decided against paying for that, so I'm not paying that $40 either. You can bet your asses that's going to go towards extra debt as well. That instead, I'm using Siri. I just tell Siri, hey, remind me at this time to do this. Add this at this time. And you know what? I'm not paying a dime now. And I'm still being able to create a list. And Siri lets me know. If I forget something, my alarm goes off and says, hey, it's 2 o'clock. Check Jesse's math. Hey, it's 1:30. Check this. And that's what I'm doing. The spelling book that I purchased that is in the expense sheet that I showed you, that came out of Jesse and Philip's homeschooling account envelope. So I didn't have to pay out of pocket for that as well. So now I'm not paying for that app. Now I'm not paying for the upgrade for my MyFitnessPal Premium. And I'm only going to be paying for half of Netflix now. I'm dropping it to 2 screens instead of 4. So questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, drop it at me in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions on how I am doing my snowball method with my debt, please let me know. I'm very interested to find out what y'all have to say about that. My goal, my hopes are to get this down by the end of December. Can I do it? I don't know. If I roll into January 2024 with a little bit of debt, so be it. But I'm going to knock it down as hard as I can, as fast as I can, as efficiently and quick as I can, without allowing my kids to suffer because of my debt. This is not their debt. This is my debt. I do make sure they have their extra things, like their bottles of soda, their extra little snacks that they like. They still get their allowances and things of that nature. And my son just made an extra $8 on Etsy as well, so that's already been paid to him. I'll wait for that to come in on Tuesday, but he got paid that. Someone did buy one of our 6 color dot sets. I do want to also let you know that I did have to put a $5.50 shipping on that, unfortunately, because of the dice being inside the envelope. It's considered a package and not an envelope. And when I went to mail that out the other day at the Hy-Vee at the post office there, it was $5.50 to mail out. So I really didn't gain anything by that. He didn't gain anything by that. But if you ever see any of my dice challenges, and please realize that that $5.50 literally is going to shipping. I'm not cutting anybody up. It's expensive. And I guess if you just put dice in there, it's not considered a envelope anymore because it's considered raised. Now it's considered a package. So I have to pay a package price for an envelope size. Go figure. But anyways, that's the end of this video. I do have a video coming up tonight on the 2 giveaway winners for the June mystery giveaway. I've already selected the winners, and I will be sharing that tonight in more videos to come. Again, questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. Sorry about the barking in the background. Danya knocked on the door. Tucker, Jaya, and Bella all went nuts. Welcome to Chihuahuas. Anyways, we'll catch you next video. Without Limits is out.